All right, viewers, this is part 2 of the interview, and Aiden Warden's here with me, and he's going to continue the part of the story. This interview will last a long time. This is a big deal. This is a big story of the way Mepps utilizes his power to victimize innocent customers, paying customers, to accommodate his friends. He's actually changed and destroyed PvP, caused DC Universe to lose a lot of money with his favoritism changes in the game. So basically, customers, be careful with purchasing or subscribing to DC Universe due to the fact that you may say something outside the game, and that has nothing to do with DC Universe. Just because it may or may not, just because it may be a favorite player from DC Universe, everything that you paid, everything that you invested is in jeopardy due to the overpowering effect that Mepps has on the game that is illegitimate and unfair. Aiden Warden, let's continue your story.
Alright. So then, Smile Before Death posted his comment because he doesn't like Balkan because Balkan makes racist stuff towards Smile. I saw what Smile said, and all I said was, Smile, I apologize to you for the harsh things I said to you. Now I understand why you hate what you and Balkan. Okay, so I posted my story of what Mepps said to me that he was gonna unban me because, you know, my forum account, because of my Twitter conversations. And another issue is that, you know, how Smart Stuff wanted to take that and made a video out of it, you know, and people may have misunderstood, you know, other issues that went down with it, you know, as far as, you know, my forum account. So Smile made a video about it. He said what I said, that I apologize to him, and I understand the hate towards him and Balkan. Super Picture accused me, well, Super Picture started, after Smile made that video, Smile went and straight up to Mepps, and Mepps told Mepps that you have no right to be doing that to people outside of the game. You know, to be, whether you want to ban people or you don't decide you don't want to unban someone, you know, over issues that outside of DCUO. Mepps said, this isn't true. Don't believe what people are telling you. I said, Mepps is straight up lying. He straight up lied. Because the fact that Mepps told me in the email that he would not unban me because of my recent Twitter conversations. So Mepps straight up lied when Smile Before Death called him out on what he did. Straight up on Twitter. So then, because of that, then there goes Super Picture. He gotta see drama. Super Picture loves it when he sees drama, so he went and said something because he gotta see something. He went and accused me of going straight to Smile about it. I said I never went straight to Smile. Smile did on his very own. All I did was apologize to him. That was it. I didn't say anything to Smile Before Death. He just read my comments on what I said, and that's it.
They're jealous of Smile because Smile's the god of DC. That's why they're jealous of Smile, because he's the #1 DC Universe player that ever played, that ever will play, that ever will touch a DC Universe controller. They're very jealous of Smile Before Death because he's better than them. And much respect to Smile Before Death. Go ahead, continue.
Super started causing hate towards me after that. He started making smart remarks towards me throughout the community, and I kept ignoring him after that, and I told Super Picture, okay, I'm a bad person, alright? You know, I screwed up. I shouldn't have said anything from the beginning. I'm a bad person, alright, Super Picture? Now we're leaving you alone. You know, I straight up told him, okay, I'm a bad person. I messed up. I did wrong. Now can you leave me alone? And he still bothers me. Like a month passed, he still bothers me. I don't even say anything to Super Picture. Next thing you know, he comes at me over something I said on YouTube comments. Okay, so I have proof of all this. I got it all on my photo bucket, but Super Picture don't.
Oh, I've seen some of the proof on Photo Bucket. I've definitely seen some proof on Photo Bucket of Super Patriot harassing. It seems like Super Patriot's your fan. The proof that you showed me of Super Patriot and different other people, but it seems like Super Patriot's your fan. Go on, continue.
It gets much more complicated when Super Patriot really is lying around. He said something to me because over my opinion over what I said about the deaths of DCUO. He said, oh, you said that, but you suck up the spit on the stream. I said, first of all, I didn't even say anything specifically about DCUO. Again, not related to DCUO. I said DCUO because the developers of DCUO but I spoke generally as I added many categories of all companies of gaming developers and why they are bad. But I'm gonna skip that because I don't want this, to be too long, on the videos, this interview. So, which means I'll explain it on the comments of this video on YouTube so everyone can get more of the story.
Sure.
So, and as Super Picture kept on and on and on, Hollow Dream says you need to shut the fuck up. Because Hollow Dream said, oh, Splitter was ass at this game. But Super Picture didn't say anything to him though. Because nobody knows who Hollow Dreams is. So Super Picture didn't say anything to him. Because I'm a popular player, Super Picture wanted to bring me down. So I said it to Super Picture, because he gave his honest opinion. I mean, I like it, but he gave his honest opinion. Well, that I gave my honest opinion. You don't like it. See, the thing Super Picture is saying, he doesn't realize what's going on. And again, he continued to attack me elsewhere, and Grim Reaper's healer, and she tried to help out at one time, and that kind of didn't work out so great. But me and her are cool now. But one time, I'm tweeting her on Twitter. She had a problem with someone got to her account and tweeted her tune, and I said, well, you have 70 days until your tune gets purged before Jim can actually restore it. But the gyms were not responding for a long time. And I said, it looks like on Radar, like your tune shows deleted. It may have actually been purged. It's making her upset. I didn't mean it. I'm just trying to show her, I'm checking Radar, trying to look out for her. But she said, oh, no, that's not fair because Mepps helps Super Patriot, but it's funny how Mepps doesn't want to help anyone else. And I said, yeah, you do got a point there. I said because the fact that how Lottery DCUO was stealing people's accounts all of 2014. He stole, I think, 5 people's PSN accounts. He even made videos of going into their DCUO that he stole their true account and going into their account. People posted him on the forums, reported him with the videos. Instead, no one does anything. Daz didn't do a thing, Mepps didn't do a thing, not a single response from Mepps or any of the developers. I think back in like the end of January or February, something like that, as soon as he took Super Patriot's account, Mepps went and helped Super Patriot get it back, and he the guy. He banned a lot of DC from the game. All of a sudden, Mepps want to do something. Now he wanted to take Super Patriot's account. But Mepps didn't want to help out the other players that lost their DCO accounts. After all that money they put into their DCO account, and it gets stolen like that, he deletes everything, but Mepps didn't care. That's messed up. But all of a sudden he wants to steal, when he steals Super Patriot, Mepps want to get up and actually do something because it's one of his favorite players.
Yeah, that's definitely favoritism. Honestly, shout out to Glowboy for doing that to Super Patriot, to showing the world that favoritism is real. Look how fast it got to Super Patriot, and he got everything back. Look how fast he got everything back. Shout out to Aiden Warden for proving an example that I've been saying for many years. That Small Before Death been saying for many years, and many people who's been victimized by Mepps communications, that Daybreak Games needs to get rid of because he's causing them to lose money in many different ways. That favoritism is real and the favorite players get everything, which is wrong because they don't do nothing and they're not good. They're very, very awful players. Their record, you can see their record. They have no wins in PvP. They don't represent the game well because nobody likes them because they lose. Very well that you brought up the fact that there is favoritism in this game. And you brought up a prime example of how favoritism is real. How one customer, which pays legendary just like the next customer, was able to retrieve or reinstate their characters and their items and their currency. Took them nothing to do it. Super Patriot has had nothing. It took him nothing. Super Patriot got his stuff right away. And this other customer who's supposed to be treated equally, I mean, this is America. I mean, we all play in the same game. We all live in the same country, and we're all paying the same amount of money to play the game. I mean, I don't believe there's an extra legendary that Super Patriot is paying for or whatever. And he gets his stuff back. And other players that I've seen that are favored by Mepps do receive their items back. However, if you're not a favorite player, you have to suffer or wait or get lucky just in case. Most likely, 90% of the time, you don't get your character back. And now they added a way where you have to pay for your character back. However, before that, you wouldn't get your character back. And believe me, I believe if you're a favorite player, you don't have to pay to get your character back, your items back if it's deleted. You know, and it's very unfair that instead of fixing the game where no one can delete your stuff, they give you an option to you have to pay to get your stuff back, which is kind of wrong because you're already paying for the memory and the membership with that legendary money. I want to say that I'm sorry that happened to you. I want you to continue your story, and I know it's very hard for you to continue your story. That's something very hard to go through in life, to be treated unfairly for no reason, whether race, gender, height, weight, you know, where you live. It's wrong to be treated that way. Who you are in the game, it's very wrong to be treated that way by anybody who's representing Daybreak Gaming. Unfortunately, he is representing Daybreak Games, and Sony failed because of a guy like that. And it's unfortunate that he's someone with no integrity, with no conscience, someone who is very unfair, is who was doing communications in DC Universe, and we're wondering why DC Universe is falling apart due to this man who feels like he has the power to enforce injustice upon DC Universe Online at his will, wherever he may please, to hurt who he may want to hurt whenever he wants to hurt him. It's very unfair. It's very, very unfair. It's very, very unfair that Mepps is allowed to continue emotionally assaulting people. You know what I mean? It psychologically is wrong to do that to people, and that's wrong. That is an abuse of power. That is wrong. And I believe this man's integrity needs to be questioned. His position needs to be questioned. I believe that it's a new company, and it's time for some changes in these departments. And I believe that it's time to terminate Mepps. And I'm going to continue bringing people who were illegitimately banned, unjustifiably treated wrong, for no reason at all. No reason at all. And I'm just going to keep on bringing this out. And we're gonna go to part 3 of this, and I just want to say this in part 2 that Mepps, you know, this is very unfair. It's very unfair to hear this happen to people on different servers. Any game that Mepps can touch, and if someone plays another game, for example, like Dragon Ball Xenoverse, you're able to enjoy it without Mepps. You don't feel like he can touch you, he can take you out of your instance, or make you hit for less, or silence you like he does me, or ban you off the game because of something you said outside the game. You know, the game has these issues, and these issues will cause customers not to subscribe, not to purchase. It definitely will cause that problem. I don't see why a customer will purchase if they know that there's a man in there that will take everything you paid for, everything you invested. I invested probably about $10,000 in this game over the 5 years I've been playing it, maybe more, you know. And imagine that, you know, you just illegitimately ban somebody for no reason. That's wrong, you know. That's wrong. That's wrong. I believe Daybreak Games should question that. Should question his position and give somebody else the position who understands that this is a business for everybody. You have to accommodate everybody, not just your friends, you know. So like, comment, subscribe. Part 3 coming in several minutes.